Now, one thing that we discussed a couple of months ago is, of course, the Chinese stimulus, which they are pouring, injecting into their economy, wanting the economy to recover or to do exceptionally well. I mean, yes, I remember the first time the stimulus or the Chinese stimulus was introduced or was made public. Quite a number of investors were excited about this, even for our very own Nio investors who were excited, and it led into, of course, share price of these Chinese equities to skyrocket. Well, right? I mean, we saw Nio getting to almost $8 when this took place, which was so amazing, so great to see. What people thought was that the injections, the cash injections and all that, we're going to see as soon as possible, which seeing, obviously, I think now it's been like what, 3 months, 4 months since that stimulus has been announced, because I think it was announced in somewhere in Q3 or end of Q3. Q4, it was said that they are going to start injecting money into, of course, the markets, injecting money into various of course, sectors to boost their economy. They are going to continue cutting interest rates to also boost the consumer spending in China, which was so good, and so many of the investors were expecting this to bear fruit immediately, which that's not the case. But one thing that Bloomberg, I think a month or two came and said, is that though we might not be seeing the results of the big stimulus as yet, or that 1.4 trillion stimulus that China announced, it is there and it is coming. It might just take some time for investors or for people to see, but it's there. China is going to do whatever they can to make sure that they recover their economy. The reason why I'm going back to that is that, once again, China People's Bank vowed more support for innovation and consumption, which this is good news, because we know, like I said, stimulus is 1.4 trillion, which they will be utilizing into various things, boosting the economy, injecting money into the stock market, banks buying the Chinese equities from New Stock Exchange, which is something that obviously that is great when looking at it like that. And to see right now the vow coming from the People's Bank of China, I think you and me can agree onto one thing, and that is blue sky is coming, because if they are saying they are vowing to go into support innovation and consumption, it just simply means that they are, number one, they want to stimulate spending from consumers, going to buy cars, going to buy houses and all that, which is something that is great. And amongst this, companies like Nio will benefit, because stimulating this, it will mean that obviously they inject or give away more subsidies. It's what I was saying, I think, was it 2 days ago, a day or two, they might inject more subsidies, which will of course stimulate the kind of sales that companies like Nio generate on a month to month due to that, because the discount will be so massive, right? So innovation also, this, when you talk about innovation, you cannot leave Nio outside of the picture, because looking in the car industry in China, the automaker with most technology, it has to be Nio. Technology from their cars, technology from their infrastructure like battery swapping stations. You and me can agree that there is more support that government is going to give to Nio to continue innovating, to continue building this company, building their brand, because they know that Nio, it is their star baby, right? Therefore they need to make sure that whatever come, it survives. They will make sure that they go for it, they buy their cars, they support them financially by injecting more money, which is something that is great. We have seen this, by the way, to 2023. We have seen, or we've been seeing this, by the way, in 2024, where the Chinese government has been injecting cash onto Nio when it comes to helping them deploy more battery swapping station, which is great, which is amazing. And like I said, when I get to read this, I'm just reminded once again that we might see same scenarios of Chinese government injecting money onto Nio taking place again, because like I said, this is their star baby. When you talk about technology, when you talk about EV cars, there is no way globally that you can leave Nio outside of the picture, because of the kind of technology that you find onto their car. ET9 is a perfect example of the kind of company Nio is. ET9, it is the most advanced EV car globally. No car globally can compete in terms of technology with the ET9. And this, ladies and gents, it shows you why China will always want to support Nio, because Nio is making a brand or a big name for China out there. Other competitors, other countries, when they see the kind of development, technology, services that Nio is offering, they can't help but want to pull up their socks and want to do the same, which is something that obviously it's great for Nio. So People's Bank of China vowing to continue to give more support into innovation and consumption. It's good news, man, because like I said, how they are doing it, we already know that they are dropping interest rates, at the same time issuing subsidies to obviously car companies or those that are buying new energy vehicle companies, which also favors EV stocks like Nio. Subsidies have helped the EV market in China. That's a fact. And the fact that they are dropping interest rates, trying to make their consumers to be able to afford vehicles, it's great. It's amazing. And these companies or new energy vehicle companies like Nio, even themselves, they are offering incentives, trying to make people to buy as many vehicles, order as many units from them as possible. I mean, we're talking about the zero interest that Nio is offering, Nio is offering for the first 3 years after you purchase the car, which in the 4th and 5th year will only go to 6.8%, which is still great, so amazing. And it shows you that they want to push, they want to make sure that their cars get sold, they want to make sure that they get quite a number of orders, and they are going to get, if it's orders they are looking for, it's orders that they will get, because over and above the discounts, the incentives which they are offering, they've got China making sure that consumers can afford these cars. They've got China injecting more subsidies into those that are buying new energy vehicle cars, and with this we can expect some great news coming in 2025. So People Banks of China coming and vowing this massive support for innovation, consumption. You and me can agree that this is good news, and we are going to start seeing this year the outcomes of the big stimulus that China introduced in Q3 of 2024. Otherwise, just thought I'd give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwind of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. I am happy, I am excited, and like I said, I'll appreciate if you can just hit the likes button if you enjoyed the content that I was giving you about Nio right now. Blue sky is coming, man. Long term will win. New investors, hang on, which obviously I'm kidding. What you do with your holdings, what you do with your money, it's up to you. If you want to buy Nio, increase your holdings, or sell, it's definitely up to you. I cannot tell you what to do with your money because I am not certified to tell you so, right? So that's all from me, man, and God bless you all.